Match commencing in moments from a sold-out Air Canada Centre here in the city known as TO. It's Sixers basketball. Charge. Welcome back to Joel Embiid. Jared Bayless by a 22-2 spurt by the Raptors that got them back into it. Embiid and Valanciunas, and we are Christmas Day in New York. Right to work, Embiid against Valanciunas, and he got it done. Joel Embiid is Molly made through the doors from the locker room and onto the floor tonight.
But a nice little compact move as well. Valanciunas thought he'd get the better of him, trying to block it. Pump fake.
Pick it up where he left off. The right will have to find his points elsewhere now with Embiid back on the floor. Simmons meeting up with Valanciunas. Embiid wide open, and he buries it. Joel,
the point guard with the ball in his hand a lot. I thought DeRozan walked.
Get some jump shots in that game as well. Simmons in charge of the Bucks, having a terrific month. Kind of a great December. The ninth-year pro, Serge Ibaka.
Wouldn't be surprised to see him try to redeem himself tonight. Ooh, little lefty runner.
Joel in 5 minutes, and he wants to get his shots up.
Maybe he knows something we don't know.
Ibaka, the very good three-point shooter. Exhibit A at 40%. That's well above the NBA. Serge Ibaka actually third on his team in rebounding. There is DeRozan. It is for three. Wow. It's amazing what he is doing, particularly with his three-point shot against the Sixers.
And again, I'm going to say this again. It's not easy to just all of a sudden say, you know what, I'm going to be a three-point shooter. Ooh.
I love when Embiid
back here. Brothers.
Simpatico.
Exactly.
Raul Cabarro dropping another dime to Amir Johnson.
When we was over on our side. Bigger than I thought he would be, too.
Yeah, he's all 6'7".
Yep.
6'10" Serge Ibaka having his...
redeem himself tonight. Ibaka can come out strong.
Jared Bayless, that's for three, and he drops it. Jared really struggled with his shooting the other night. Just 1 of 7 from beyond. And another start for him in place of J.J. Redick as Lowry sneaks inside. And Anunoby getting a break. Jakob Poeltl, who played the majority of the minutes at the center spot the other night at Wells Fargo Center, is T.J. McConnell, top seed in the East Boston with the Celtics because they've played a number of games more than Toronto. They have 4 more wins as DeRozan. And that's what he can do, and he gets all the way to the
ball, maximizing possessions. You can just get some defensive rebounds at the end of defensive exchanges and be set. Clicking, popping that ball around.
Connell for a TLC 3, and down it goes for Timothé Luwawu-Cabarrot.
Looking to help out. That's why Dario was being fronted by the smaller guard. Powell had his back.
Good ball movement for a right three, and down it goes for DeLon Wright, who's Johnson, and Timothé Luwawu-Cabarrot up front. The Sixers. Saric, who is scoreless, not anymore.
Joel being on the bench.
Good defense here by the Sixers inside. Powell finally has to chuck it up, and down it goes for Norman Powell.
He chose dribble handoffs, as the coaching staff likes to refer to it, lazy pass.
And a live ball turnover, always very dangerous, and that could be a three-point play. Covington nearly gave it up. Booker picking up some loose change. The line with a little more regularity. And beating Valanciunas going at it again. Remember, he's got 3 personals. Covington, it's for 3, and down it goes for Robert Covington. His first. Saric with 4. Booker dealing with Valanciunas, who's a big man at 7 feet 2.
Defense can't come to a halt.
I'll say this. My memory serves, it wasn't, to borrow the Allen Iverson phrase as DeRozan gets to, it wasn't all peaches and cream between Vince and the Toronto fans and the Raptors here, but by and large, I think, still beloved.
Yes.
You know, now that...
And I'm sure there are some people who hold a grudge, but by and large, he is beloved here.
Valanciunas off the offensive glass. And
wait, it's so hard to pull the ball back when you're making a one-handed pass. It usually leads to a turnover. Two-handed passing.
Lowry, McConnell on DeRozan.
Dario with the double, trying to get it out of his hands.
And he does. Lowry with, wow, 1 and a few tenths to shoot. Still, welcome you. Sixers basketball from Air Canada Centre. Second in home and home. as Jonas Valanciunas. 5 Raptors now at his starters in double figures. OG Anunoby, the rookie out of Indiana, is scoreless as Dario Saric.
Just read and react. Dario on the same page. Throws that right to the corner of the glass, able to catch and finish.
Raptors 17 of 18 from the line. DeRozan is 14 in the game. Simmons, a strong move to the cup, so Bentley over 12 minutes in that first half. Ibaka thinking about a double. And he has his way. Well done on the half hook by Joe. Embiid wants Valanciunas, and here they go. All hands on deck for Toronto. Well, that was straight bully ball as he threw it down on Valanciunas. Nice defense. Simmons falling over Lowry, somehow comes up with the ball. Cabarrot saves it. Simmons, good strong move, and there's the tip by Ben Simmons on him. Jakob Poeltl in there, replacing Valanciunas. An opportunity here for Cabarrot, all the way to the cup for 2. He continues to sparkle tonight. Simmons taking on Poeltl, had it promptly blocked again. Covington went for the steal. Here's DeRozan.
Tough shot. I said it was before the game about how Wright defends Ben Simmons pretty well. They don't need switch up.
DeMar DeRozan.
Get his shot off once he gets into the lane against taller defenders.
Joel Embiid about to come back. Amir Johnson, compliment, have it to 5. And a much better job taking care of the basketball here in the third as that time.
There's other options. Trying to get it too much into JoJo. Guys are standing.
4-game losing streak that ties a season high. Get a victory here in Toronto where the Raptors have lost only once this year. Toronto missed the 3. Here's Poeltl, the 7-footer for Toronto. There's DeRozan, one more for Siakam. Poeltl on cleanup. Sixers in need of a strong fourth quarter. One thing they have done so far here in the second half is take care of the ball. Here to say flat out, no, I don't think so. And on the outlet, Wright took it right back. And that's DeLon Wright going all the way. Replaced by Amir Johnson, and Embiid back for the first time after the 3-game absence because of back stiffness. Bayless floating home 2 with the left hand. Goes in there, but it goes to the teammate Amir Johnson.
Good hustle from Rob on long sideline. Tough shot.
Saric drills the 3 for Dario, his second of the. Good defense by Saric to enclose on DeRozan, who once again, as if on cue, has shot the ball well tonight. Simmons draws Ibaka. Lowry got a piece of it. Nicely done. Simmons and Amir Johnson met at the summit, but Amir stayed with it as we have passed the halfway point of the fourth. Saric for 3. Got it. Dario with a pair of 3s. Thinking about a 3. Saric, he'll try it again. DeLon Wright getting a piece of the rock. There is Wright leaking, and he'll solo. And a timeout, Brett Brown. Poulin has spent the bulk of the season with the Delaware 87ers in the G League as Cabarrot gets the slam. Sixers now have it 14.
Brett Brown asking his guys to pick up full court as well.
And Serge Ibaka. By the way, the Raptors, they've been very potent the last 2 games here against the Sixers, operating both games as work done.
Does not bode well for the dentist, huh?
Well, and it doesn't bode well for the rest of the NBA.
Talked about at the top of the program, the edict from up high was we want to run and we want to shoot more 3s, hence the insertion of Miles. And they're doing it without him.
And also more scores, averaging a career-high 5 assists per game.
Product out of San Diego, where they were state champs. Mr. Powell elevating on that one.
He essentially helped to rebuild their best. It'll be their 11th straight loss here at Air Canada Center. The Sixers just 1-18 against the Raptors since 2013-14. As Toronto ties the season high with their 6th straight win, they're 12-1 at home.